In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down the one strategy I use to make $1,000 in a single week, and I'm going to show you exactly how it works, the settings I used, and how I automated basically the entire process. With that being said, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's Mark with Legacy Trades. And as always, nothing is guaranteed in trading, so make sure you do manage your risk and test everything for yourself. With that being said, let's jump straight into it. All right, so the indicator I'm using is called the Legacy Horizons. This indicator is only available on the Legacy Prime plan. The link will be in my description for that. So you do get access to my full Discord community as well, which is pretty, really helpful. And you do get access to myself, so you can always ask me questions with any issues or concerns. And you also get access to my full suite of TradingView indicators, which you can also use as well. But my personal favorite as of right now is the Legacy Horizons. This is only available on the TradingView.com. So you would need to go to TradingView.com and make yourself an account. I would highly recommend getting at least the essential plan is the bare minimum if you want the alerts in order to automate the process, and that's going to be at least $14.95 per month. But for me, I do have the premium plan, which is actually $59.95 per month, and that's actually something I would actually recommend in getting. If you do click on the link in my description for first time members, you do get I think it was $15 off your subscription. I'm not sure if that's only for the first month or per month, but I think it may be the first month only. But anyways, after that, you just load your Legacy Horizons basically to the chart, and make sure you are on the MNQ ticker, as this is optimized for the MNQ ticker, and make sure you are on the 15-minute time frame and also on regular candlesticks. Okay. And one thing I did forgot to mention, you do have to purchase the CMA groups, which is like $7 per month. If you are trading futures, or your price action will be delayed basically by 10 minutes. And those are two separated subscription on your TradingView plan. Okay. So anyways, going back to Legacy Horizon, so you click on the settings tab. I'm going to uncheck this just to remove that extra data. Visibility, you leave everything as is. Properties, I like to actually have order fill check, and this should be checked by default anyways. And that's all I do for properties. Inputs tab, it uses a risk per trade $500 by default. You can change that to whatever you want. And it also comes with a built-in P&L dashboard. So I like to keep it in the top right. You can change the location if you want. Table size, I like to do small. And previous week P&L, I like to keep that unchecked. Previous month unchecked. Trade counts unchecked, and profit factor and win rate also unchecked. But this is based on personal preference. I'm only interested in this data. And you can also uncheck this if you want, if you don't want it to show. Okay. And it also comes with a backtest window. I'm going to actually uncheck that for now. It longs, if you click on the strategy report, you can actually have Mondays unchecked, but if you do check it, it does actually increase the P&L, but only for longs. If you do shorts, it actually decreases the P&L a lot. Or if you do both, it's like half and half. So for some reason, longs on Mondays actually does increase the P&L. So I like to keep Mondays checked, but only for longs. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays will be set to both by default. And you can also change your risk to reward long 0.8, short 0.8 by default. It works very well. And then you can risk the amount per trade, like $500, and they will actually adjust the contracts. Okay. So if you go back, let's say to last 7 days. So last 7 days wasn't actually that good. Let's do last 30 days. So last 30 days, 1 month was over 5,000 P&L with a drawdown of just over 5,000 with an 82% win rate with 19 out of 23 trades with a profit factor of 3.8. And let's say last 90 days. So 90 days was over 9,000 with a drawdown of 1.5K with a 73% win rate, and the profit factor is still above a 2. And then let's do last 365 days real quick. So 25,000 PNL drawdown just a little over 3,000 with a 67% win rate. So it's actually not bad. If you look at this PNL calendar, unfortunately this week I'm only up $203. Wednesdays and Thursdays unfortunately was both losses. As you can see, it only takes one trade per day. It trades towards the end of the Asia session to the beginning of the London session. So obviously this is a losing trade, and the last trade won. This trade also lost too. And this is a non-repainting indicator as well. So I did added a new feature. This is a new update, so you can enable a second trade breakout. So when this is actually enabled, what it does actually increase the P&L a lot. So looking at this example, so it first trade lost, but second trade won. So you basically broke even for the day, or almost broke even for the day. So that's that. But obviously, if you do win both trades, like this was a winner and this was a winner too, then that's gonna be double the profits if both trades won, right? And I also added a second feature called skip second trade after a winner. So when you check this, so obviously the first trade won, so it's going to skip the second trade, okay? And then I also have a third option, which doubled the contract after the first trade loss, okay? So when you actually check this, it actually doubles the contracts, and you see now you have all the winning days this week. But if you actually uncheck this, it actually increases the P&L even more, right? So going back to this example, so it actually lost this trade. Second trade, it actually doubled the contracts in size. So you can actually make up for this loss, and you can make more money. So you're basically locking in profits for the day, okay? This trade won, and then it took a second trade. Since this trade did not lose, the contracts or the amount risk is the same, okay? First trade won, the risk became the same on the second trade. This trade lost, so it doubled the contract on this trade to make up for this loss. Now, those two losing days we had all became winners this week. So no losing days this week, and this month I'm already over $6,000 for this month. This week is over $2,000. Keep that in mind, $2,000 this week, okay? So if we're going to custom range date, let's say you want to do August Sunday to August 21 Friday. That basically is this week. And you'll see the total P&L on the strategy report matches the P&L on the dashboard of the horizon indicator, okay? So meaning I want 6 out of 8 trades with a 75% profitable trades with a profit factor of a 3.3. Now note, let's say I remove these two, okay? And my P&L became 203 with a drawdown of 1,000 and profitable trades 3 out of 5 with a profit factor of 1.2. That's this week alone. But if I enable these two, now it became the opposite, over $2,000 in P&L with a drawdown just over 1,000, and then profit factor of 3.3 with a 75% win rate. Now let's do last 7 days. And note, guys, I don't recommend using this on a funded account. I would only recommend using this if you're doing an eval account and if you just want to pass a lot faster or more aggressively. Okay. So last 7 days, 80% win rate, profit factor 4.12 with almost 3,000 P&L. Let's do last 30 days. Almost 10,000, still 81%. And last 90 days, we're 15,000 with still a 72% with a profit factor of still above a 2. About last 365 days, over 41,000, 6,000, still a 66% win rate. It's still pretty good, guys. Reset, and you can also adjust this to 800. So you are actually increasing your risk now. So last 7 days, over 3,000. So this can literally pass your eval account just in a single day, guys. In a single day, it can actually pass your evals. So if you actually had 5 evals basically on Top Step, all 5 would have been passed in one single week. Keep that in mind. In the last 30 days, 14,000. So your 5 funded accounts you had would have probably gave you over $14,000 per funded account. And that has an 81% win rate with 30 winning trades and only 7 losing trades. The last 90 days, it's still a 72% win rate. So that's the Lakes horizon, and like I said, this is a non-repainting indicator. This helps to prevent, from over trading, prevent from, revenge trading, and also, another thing to note is if it does break, for example, to the downside, and then it stops you out, and then it decides to break to the upside, it can still take a trade. Okay, it's not going to take 2 trades on the same side. So if it took a sell, stops you out, but it reverses and went back down, it will not take a trade unless if it breaks to the upside. So it can only break out one per side per day. Like this one only had 1 trade because we just kept going down. It never broke to the upside. Okay. This trade took place in New York session because this trade broke to the upside, but it reversed and went back down to the downside. That's why it took a trade in New York session. Okay. Now let me tell you how you can actually automate this. All right. So next section, I'm going to teach you how you can actually automate this. Okay. So you go to TradersPost.io. The link will be in my description. Use my coupon code Legacy 2026 and you get a 20% discount per month off your subscription. So once you make an account, you go to strategies, then create a new strategy. Name it whatever you want. I'm going to just say testing just for now, but you want to be as specific as possible though. Then style, I keep this by default, systematic. As a class, you can choose whatever you want. Whatever you're trading. For me, it's going to be futures. Obviously, if you're trading the horizon, then you want to do futures. Allow auto submit. Make sure this is checked by default. I change nothing. Then hit subscribe. Then you want to select whichever account you want. Let's say this account for now. Then hit create subscription. Then you want to actually select auto submit. I'm gonna remove this part. Because when you do manual submit, what it does, it basically sends you a notification to your phone and you manually have to approve it for the trade to get executed. And that kind of defeats the purpose of automation. So make sure you do select auto submit so it can automatically execute the trade for you. Okay. Allow sides, make sure you do check both sides so it can take both buys and sells. Entry order type, make sure you are selecting market order. Then exit order type, also select market order. Then that is all you do. Then you hit enable. Simple as that. Then you go to webhook, TradingView strategy. You want to copy this one. Then click on these three dots, click add alert, go to your message tab, delete everything in this message, then paste it. This is your JSON message. And it should show a green check mark, meaning your JSON message is valid, okay? I'm gonna name it testing for now, but you name it whatever you want. This is based on personal preference, but you wanna be as specific as possible though. Then hit apply. Notifications, hit webhook. If you want to be notified, you want to check this, and then also check in this as well. So notify an app, show toast notification, as well as play sound. And make sure this is also checked by default, webhook URL. Then we're going to delete this. Then where it says webhook URL, you want to copy this, and then you want to paste it. Then hit apply, then hit create. It's now active. So that's how you create it. Now, if you click exit and go back to strategies, it should say enable auto submit one subscription. Go back to strategies, it should say enable and auto submit, okay? So, and they do give you a 7-day free trial as well. Then after that, you have to pay for the subscription. With the starter plan, you do get like 1 live max. It actually begins with 4 paper. Paper includes your demo account, eval account, and your funded account. Then of course 1 asset class. And if you select this, if you choose starter, you can always do add-ons. So you can add on an extra live to make it 2 instead of 1 for an extra, $10 per add-on. And then you can also add on an extra paper to make it 5 instead of 4. That's actually what I did, for an extra $5 per month per add-on. So that's about $65 per month. That's what I did. The starting is $49 per month, but if you use my coupon code, you do get 20% discount every month. And you can also upgrade your plan to the basic plan for 100, pro for 200, and premium for 300. But like I said, discount code, you do get 20% off on that as well. So that's that. And I also use Tradecopia as well. The link will be in my description. If you use my coupon code, you do get 30% off for your first month as well. And that's basically my Tradecopia that I'm actually using. So make sure you do actually connect to a broker first. You're good to connect to brokers. You probably want to do this first. You can either select Project X or Top Step, or select TradeView. So you just sign in. It's pretty easy. So you just connect to a broker first. Obviously, you want to do that first before actually making a strategy and subscription, because it's gonna have you connect to a broker. So make sure you do connect to that first, and also make sure you do double and triple check your settings. You should see the green alarm clock, because if you do change something in the settings, for example, let's say I want to do like 600, and the alarm clock does go away, that means I would need to delete this alert and recreate the alert again per change. So if I do change this back to 800, then it shows the green alarm clock, okay? So keep that in mind. You would need to actually create new alerts per change. So delete, recreate the alert all over again, okay? And then basically the basic automation process, it goes from your TradingView alert, then it's going to go to your TradersPost, which acts like the middleman, then it's going to execute on your broker or prop firm. That's basically how automation actually works. If you do find value in this video, make sure you do drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. I do weekly uploads every week, and if you want to join my Discord community, I will also include the link in my description. There are exclusive channels that's only visible only once you subscribe, so just keep that in mind. And those exclusive channels are more active compared to the free chat channel. But as a free member, you can see the free channels, but as a subscriber, you do get exclusive access to additional channels, and that will only be visible only to the subscribers. Other than that, I'll catch you guys in the next week's video.